Here are the supplies you're going to need to do the hibiscus flower applique design. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to 16seasons.com, and in the shopping page area you're going to find a download file for the hibiscus flower, which is what this is right here. So you're going to get that and the matching leaves, and you'll also get a layout guide so you know how to lay the pattern out. You also will get a document which encompasses all the supplies you see on this table, which would be a checkoff list or a shopping list for you, depending on what you need, that you may not have in stock already. And there will be a suggested color guide depending on your season. I mean, how cool is that? So I went through and I gave you suggested colors for winter, spring, summer, and fall. And I used the Color Me a Season fan books because, again, they have the widest range of colors in their color fans. 215 colors. I have not found another color fan that offers that many colors. And especially when you're talking about home decor, you're not going to wear it, so I just did the core seasons. And it just gives you some suggestions. Of course, you don't have to use it. I just thought it would be fun to do. Also in that document, that 5-page document that you get when you download the file, is included some suggestions on how to modify this if you're doing a twin or king size bed. And so there's some suggestions for that. And then of course the last part of it is the instructions on how to put it all together. So that's what you get when you download the file. You're going to end up with actually with 8 pages of documents. So let's move on. You're going to need some embroidery thread. Here I have some Madeira rayon embroidery thread that will be used to stitch down the appliques. Then of course the colors of fabric that you want to use for your flowers and leaves. And then you're just going to need some plain regular sewing thread for your bobbin. And if you sew, you know what that is. So I just have those 4 colors. I'm going to use the white in my bobbin for the light green color that's on top there. There's no sense in buying a light green thread. And the yellow that you see there is going to be used for both the light yellow, which is the bright yellow of my hibiscus flower, and then the yellow, dark orange yellow color for my pollen, and that will be in my bobbin. Then you'll need scissors, of course. Then this stuff here is tearaway stabilizer, which you'll put underneath your duvet cover when you start doing your top stitching. It just adds a little stability to your whole project. Misty Fuse is wonderful, but I had a very, very difficult time finding it locally, so I ordered mine from Amazon, and it arrived fairly quickly, I have to admit. I got it pretty fast. So I'm thrilled with Misty Fuse. You're going to need a black Sharpie marker and a tape measure, some pins, parchment paper and freezer paper. Both of these can be found at a grocery store. Sometimes you can even find freezer paper in craft stores like Michael's or Hobby Lobby. But if you're going to start doing applique, you're going to love freezer paper and you're going to love parchment paper. The other thing I used was a duvet cover for this project. That's what I put my design on. Now you may not. You may put it on a pillow or something else. But I found this fabulous 530 thread count, queen size, white duvet cover with matching shams. I couldn't be happier, I got to tell you. It's very nice. And of course an iron, and I always use my iron on dry setting when I applique. Now I have 2 other items over here, and these actually I consider optional. This rolled up thing that you see here is a Teflon pressing sheet. Found it on Amazon. Paid very little for it, so I thought I'm going to be doing more applique. I'll just go ahead and get it. And then the sewing machine. Now you might think this is odd that I say it's optional, but you can actually call up a quilt shop and find someone who would applique your designs down for you, stitch them down either by machine or by hand. And most of these people at the quilt shop are retired ladies. They will do a fabulous job because they've been sewing for a long time, and they probably would appreciate making a few bucks for doing this kind of work for you. So you don't have to have a sewing machine. So that's it for supplies. Thanks for watching.